we are back right here from the MGM Grand Live, and we're joined here with Roxy Diaz and former two-time champion Paulie Malignaggi and super duper special guest, the man of the hour, George Kambosos. Oh my God, what a performance! You shocked the world, my friend.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Yeah, look, it was a great fight, great win, and a great battle. You know, that's what I live for. I love battles. I love, wars, and what better fight that myself and Lopez, showed the world.
Paulie, I want to bring you in. Obviously, we seen Lopez try to go out there and get the job done in the first round. He told the world what he was going to do, a la Tyson Fury. No one believed it. He tried to get it done. Kambosos withstood the storm and then landed this huge right hand to change the tide. What was your thoughts when you seen that?
And I want to get George's thoughts on this too. Were you surprised that I didn't know how to take this. Like, for me, when I saw the way Lopez came out, I took it as he had a lack of respect for you. He just thought he was going to get you out of there that easily, because he didn't come out against Lomachenko like that. He came out technically against Lomachenko. He came out firing, but it was much more technical. I felt like he thinks he's going to just get Kambosos out of there. He's throwing all big shots without even bothering to try to set them up.
No jab.
He thinks, and lo and behold, you're at a world-class level. By the end of the first round, he's getting up off the canvas. I want to know, did it take you back at the first minute or two of the first round, the way he was approaching the fight?
No, because I mentally broke him many months before this. I knew this was the game plan. I knew that he was going to come out crazy like this. I wanted him to come out crazy like this. So that just shows, how mentally sharp I am as well. So when he came out crazy and I was standing the shots and I threw some really good sharp shots as well in them exchanges, I go, okay, I got you where I want you. And then I took that double step back. I saw that chin where we worked on that many times. I threw that lightning right hand and put him down. And then I said to myself, okay, now you're in a fight.
I was reading a lot of articles where you were saying that you believe that the fight was won more mentally before anything else. What were those things that you think actually got into his head that made him second guess himself?
Look, I said it, that none of these other guys that he's fought have stood up to him. He's been the bully. But I've been bullied from a young kid. So I knew exactly how to stand up to a bully. And I put him on the receiving end and pushed him back. I never gave him an inch, throughout the press conference to the media workout that we had, to the face-off, to all the things online that we had to do. I never gave him an inch. I never gave him the respect as he wanted. And that's the difference there. It mentally broke him down. I thought, why is this guy not fearing me? Why is he not scared? Why is he, not respecting me like I should be, because I just beat Lomachenko? Well, I don't care that you beat Lomachenko. I'm coming to beat you.
And did his age ever come into play in your mind, or the fact that he won a title so young that he might still be a bit mentally immature? Because I think you exposed that, really. I gave Lopez a lot of credit for staying so mentally sharp through the pressure of the Lomachenko fight and coming out so sharp. So I thought he was going to be able to handle anything from a psychological perspective after that, but I didn't keep in mind that his age, he's still young, and so he's still, you can still mold him your way if you're a veteran with a savvy mentality. And once the fight was going on, I'm like, man, George, took advantage of this. Was it a matter of his age? What made you think that you could take this approach from the start and that it would work? And anything that
how'd you know the chink in his armor was mentally?
I knew that Lomachenko doesn't talk. He's not going to sit there and say what he has to say. Commey doesn't talk. Nakatani doesn't talk. Tatley doesn't talk. Magdalena tried to talk a little bit, but he's not at that part and that level. So I knew that me being who I am, and I've broken down many fighters. The fight before Lopez, Lee Selby, a veteran, a guy that has been there and done that, that's seen that before, I broke him down with what I said, with my confidence. So I knew that I would break him down. I knew that mentally would be too much for him, and I just had to execute on the night of the fight, which I did.
Well, I have a question for you. When did you take up reading lips? Because how did you know what the hell his corner was saying, that this guy's made of steel, I can't get him, he's too tough, and everything? How did you know? Were you reading lips over there? Did you have like a secret agent on the corner that was telling you what was going on that side?
Rocky IV.
It really was. It was Rocky IV, because when we had to hand the belts back, and to his corner that came and got the belts, they go, you know what? When Lopez put you down, so it's done. No other lower in the world at a minute 45 survives that. But inside me, that hunger, that still, that iron will that I have. I got up, I composed myself, and I finished that round strong.
Well, you told your corner what you were about to do too. You were like, "Hold
Yeah,
up,
I was
watch
laughing.
this."
I was laughing. I was smiling, and my team, my trainers, they go, "Are you okay? What's wrong with you?" They thought I was finished.
And that
But
can sap the energy.
yes.
Of somebody. When
Yes.
They think they have you on the edge, and then you put them on there.
and that's exactly what happened, because he came back to that corner, and he goes, "I didn't finish him. I can't put a dent in this guy. He's made of steel. He's made of iron." And that's Rocky 4 right there, Rocky 4. But I came to my corner. I'm laughing, and they go, "You okay?" I go, "Yeah, I stuffed up there.
Because
Watch what I do now."
Because you knew now you
Yes.
got in his head.
Yep. And that round 11 was brutal. That round 11 was my best round of the fight. The championship rounds to show that conditioning and that composure that I had to come back like that. Yeah, that's a true champion right there.
Well, Paulie talked about you exposing Lopez. I think that moment for me was at the press conference when you let the world know that he cut Joey Gamach,
Yep.
that he cut performance athletes, and that he went into this fight basically, like Paulie said, overlooking. He was like, I don't need the big-time trainer for Kambosos. I don't need to cut weight with a strengthening trainer with Kambosos. And I don't think the world knew that. I think that's when you broke him. When you let the cat out the bag and everybody knew, like, wait, this guy's cutting financial corners. He's overlooking Kambosos.
Yeah, look, me, I take every opponent and I try to get everything about them, every knowledge, not just what they do in the ring, but how disciplined they are, how they train, who are the people around them, what life issues they have. This is a war. I take this old school, like a battle. Even when he didn't rock up June 19th, and I put the poster down and I stood on it, and I said, "You waved your white flag. I'm the champion now because you're not here." If we go back old school, and my army rocks up and he's not there, who wins? I take over.
George is over here sliding in DMs, finding out who he went to high school with, what girlfriend broke up with him in junior high. You're just going for the juggler.
Yeah, look, and that's war. That's your tactical, way you got to look at it. I'm big on Sun Tzu, and the way I came into that fight too, the deception that I used. They thought I was just going to come forward and headhunt. That's not my style, but I can do that if I have to. So I got a lot of artillery in the bank, and to be honest, that was 15-20% of what I can do. There is so much more.
I'm scared.
So, Paulie, man, I mean, I know George has brought up many times already that possibly he's the greatest Australian boxer of all time. You being the historian on the panel, can he?
I mean, I think it's such a huge win that he's put himself in the conversation. How do you rate yourself in terms of Australian history, Greek history? Where do you rate yourself among those fighters?
Yeah, look, you got to go back and have a look at which other guys are in that list. You know what I mean? And you look at Costa Zoo. Yes, he's up there, but where was his amateur fights? Where did he come from? Really, I came from the amateur circuit, the pro circuit. With the local shows and selling the tickets and the tables, trying to get commission to be able to help my training camps. I've come from the ground. I've literally had to crawl to this position. I've had to go into the backyards. So that there alone, not only what I did and become the champion and shock the world, that there comes into play. So I believe so, yes. But again, it's up to the people to judge that.
The Greek as well.
And obviously the Greeks are going crazy. They're smashing plates like no tomorrow at the moment. So
I gotta say this. I had a friend of mine. He passed away a year ago, and he was
My condolences.
he was a big boxing fan, Greek kid, and he would have loved you, man.
Yes.
I wish he could have seen. He passed away young too, man.
Yeah.
He would have loved you, man. Like when I thought of him when you won that title, I was like, man, Dimitri would have been so
Yeah.
happy. My boy Dimitri, he would have been so happy to see that, man. He would have been bragging about you like crazy.
I'm sure he's up there with my grandfather who passed away not long ago, and they're enjoying it,
great
smashing
story.
the plates, and they got the lamb on the spit, and it's good.
George, I'm sorry, Roxy. I just want to ask, obviously, you know Pacquiao so well, but he's another person that fought in Australia, and Jeff Horn has that win. So that's a huge upset when we're talking about who's the greatest Australian boxer.
Why do you want to bring up negativity?
Oh, no, I'm just saying Jeff Horn is in the conversation. And I don't know if the public in Australia would perceive that Pacquiao win as a greater win than the unified fight you had.
No, they don't. I've seen it already, and I was Manny's sparring partner for that fight as well. Now you got to look at two different things there. Where did Jeff Horn fight him? In Australia, in front of how many people? 50,000, whatever it was, Australians supporting him. So he had that advantage, the home ground advantage. Manny, where was he at that stage? It's totally different. I had to go into the lion's den. I had to go into the backyard. But not only against Lopez, I had to go into the Lions Den against Mickey Bay in New York. I had to go in the Lions Den against Lee Selby in Wembley, London, in his hometown.
So you've been a road
So
warrior.
I've been a road warrior.
Are we gonna see at the home defense? Are you gonna get to do this?
Yes,
Are you-
yeah, that is
We
the
gotta make
plan.
your
I
guys
have
set
to.
this up, man.
I know.
Yes,
Right,
that's the
you've
plan.
earned
That's
I
what
want
I've
to go
earned.
to Australia. Though.
Not that I don't care. I'll fight anytime, anywhere, any place. I even told Eddie Hearn I'll fight tomorrow. If anyone pulls out, I'm a warrior. That's what I come to fight. So
You still
I've-
look in fight shape too. I was expecting you to balloon just a
No,
little
no,
bit.
no. I trained this morning. I will train again tonight. That's the kind of warrior I am.
Wow.
I'll continue,
Passion is there.
sharpening my
Paulie
blade.
was saying he was actually looking for someone to spar.
We can,
Yeah.
Stupid. Let's say that does happen. Let's say you get to fight in battle in your hometown. Who would you like to see next?
I love them all. I love all the fights. You know, the Haney fight, the Gervonta Davis fight, the Lomachenko fight, Ryan Garcia as well if he gets his act together. So, you know,
Jojo Diaz?
Again, you can't underestimate Jojo Diaz as well. So, look, they all are fighting now in the next few weeks. They need to show, you know, who's going to come out on top for the fans to really crave that fight as well. And yeah, no problem. Eventually, I'm going to fight them all. I'm going to
George.
beat them all.
George, okay, well, I got to give you this last question. I know you got to go. I know you're in a rush. You're the undisputed champion or what? I mean,
Right.
what is it? What is
You had to do it. You had to do it.
I'm saying this not from you act the way you're
Respectfully.
acting like this. No, I'm saying this because there's people saying Haney's got the WBC title. And I'm always saying, bro, last time I checked, Kambosos just took the undisputed title. And Lopez is the undisputed champion.
Slightly disputed.
Slightly disputed how, bro? You made the WBC champion Lomachenko, and then all of a sudden they just gave a separate belt to Haney.
Well,
How
you
does
didn't,
that work? How
because
does
you
that
didn't,
work?
because WBC didn't make him. This was Vasil Lomachenko going to Mexico. I was present at the convention. He requested to be franchised instead of fighting his mandatory challenger in Devin Haney. That's just the bottom line.
Requested it how?
He
was-
by
you-
going to the
you're saying-
convention,
you're
they
saying-
raised their hand. Aegis Klimas said, "We want
This might
franchise.
go on for
We
a while.
don't want to fight him. We want franchise."
Don't want to fight him. Why? What was looking?
Well,
looking to
Carl
fight?
Moretti from Top Rank specifically said on my
Wanted to
interview.
do the Lopez fight.
Okay,
No.
fellas. What was your question? What was your question?
Look,
My
Carl?
question is, Kambosos it deserves the respect as the undisputed champion.
But if you give
If
him
you
the
beat-
respect, you're discrediting Haney.
He's sitting
This
right
second-
here. What are you
I'm
doing?
not discrediting anybody. Haney's a good fighter. Haney's a good fighter. But the WB, they can be one champion per organization.
And that's why we need a fight. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, make it happen.
No, that's where I want to
That's
see,
what we need.
But there is no unification when the belts are already unified. There's no unification when the belts are already unified. When you start making hybrid championships.
It's a hybrid belt.
George, I know
It's
you
a
gotta go.
hybrid
George
belt.
has to go. We're gonna continue this once he goes.
Look,
Escape
t-
now while you can.
To be honest, for me, it doesn't bother me. You know, undisputed, unified. Let the world talk and have their own opinion. For me, you know, I just stay focused on my craft and keep doing what I do best in the gym. And you know, we will eventually, everything will come to the table. And you know, thank you, Paulie, for the respect of that. And you
Not
know,
that
as
I
well-
just-
and-
don't
and
take it
no,
like that.
No,
No,
I'm not done
no,
yet.
I
And-
respect you.
and the respect as well that
Yeah.
you know, Haney is a great champion as well. So you know, eventually, you know, it's all going to come to the table, and there won't be no more games.
Listen, at the end of the day, you're still the man that beat the man. They
Yes.
can't take that
the,
from
num-
you.
the number one. So that's
George,
that's
you
the
are
most
being
important.
pulled in many ways. Please give the people your social media if they're crazy enough not to be following the new undisputed champ according to Paulie.
Yeah, look, George Kambosos Jr., you'll find me, and you know, thank you for everybody for the support.